Get your nose off there. Hey, get your nose off there. Are you serious? You just licked the lens. Oh, Stella. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I got a pretty fun one. I've been sitting on this project for quite some time now, and I don't think it's that I haven't had the motivation to get it done. It just comes down to, like, it's kind of a lot of fabrication, or at least a lot of fabrication for me, and I'm not really quite sure how I want to get it done. So what this guy did, or kid did, was he took a mini BMX bike, one of the little fat tire ones. I'm not really quite sure what they're called. Once I get to the shop, I'll be able to tell you it has the name on it or whatever. But it's basically a fat tire mini BMX bike, and he took a weed eater, mounted it to the bike, and obviously you guys can probably guess the rest.
So, it seems some of you guys are angry that I haven't done a tutorial on the weed eater bike. So let's get to it. So basically, you start out with something like this, just a weed eater, but you don't need an expensive one. I've never bought an expensive one. You'll strip all this off, take off the front plastic, you can leave the back, and then you'll be left with something that looks like this. So from here, what you're going to do is you can take a socket, any size, or even you can even use a bicycle peg, but a socket works best. And you're going to want to mount it onto the engine. You can bolt it on, weld it on, however you want, and it'll look like this. And then from here, you need to figure out which way your engine turns, and whichever way it turns, you're going to want to mount it on the bicycle, turning the opposite way you want to go. See, when I roll this forward, the peg spins backwards. And then basically, you can just make up your mounts, have it hinge off of the bike, however you want to mount it on there. I mean, it's really pretty simple, actually. You can build these for like $50. So, there you go, boys. Eat your heart out.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the shop, and I have all the stuff for it. I've had all the stuff for it for months, but I haven't really spent the time to put it together. And today is a nasty cold day out, as you can see. What we're going to start with today, we're going to try to get that weed eater mounted up on the bike, and we're going to try to get a little weed eater mini bike. It's going to be hilarious, so stay tuned. Alright guys, I made it to the shop. Today's the day. We're going to get down to it. We're going to see what we can do. I'm a little nervous because I guess for some odd reason, I thought that I had a little bit more room to work with to mount this thing. But it turns out I don't have any room at all. So I don't know how this is going to go. It's probably not going to go very well. But I'm going to try my best because I think this would be so funny once it's done. So I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to show you guys what I'm working with. And you guys are probably going to think that I'm absolutely insane. For some odd reason, I think that kid's bike was a tad bit bigger. But he used this kind of bike. So I'm not really sure. But anyway, let's turn the camera around and show you, or let's just throw it into some sort of montage where I kind of make it look cool. Alright, let's do it. Alright guys, so obviously I'm not a very good welder, but I was able to get it welded just enough. As you can see, it's tacked on just enough where it's not going to come off. So that's really all we need. I'm not going to go crazy on it. One, because I don't really know how to weld, but the two tack welds that I have are actually, I'm pretty impressed by. Believe it or not, because I know that I'm a terrible welder. And then I was able to get a little bit welded down inside there, so I really don't think it's going to come off. And if it does, then we'll just re-weld it. But now we got to slap that onto that. So I kind of wanted to make it one solid piece, but the only metal that I have is this chunk of metal right here, so we're going to have to make it do. Because my thinking was, if I put a hole in it, I'd be able to mount it back in the mounting holes, and then it would still turn, and then that would give me the wiggle room to mount it on the bike. But I need some sort of sheet metal, so I think I might hop on the pit bike and maybe... no, there's not going to be any down there, I know for a fact. No, I actually might be able to cut some off. We're going to hop on the pit bike and we're going to see if we can go find something. So let's go. All right, guys, decided against the pit bike. We're going to go on the four-wheeler here, and hopefully she starts. No. All right, we're good to go. My dog hates the tires. She tries to eat them. Quit it. Alright, so let's go to the trusty old metal pile, see if we can find something that would be able to give us enough metal to do what I want to do. And I see something. That washer. I'm going to have to cut a chunk out of it. Is there something easier to get? It's not looking like it. Maybe that grill. I don't know if anything's going to be sturdy. Ow, those are thorns. Holy nuts. Oh, that hurts so bad. There's a grill right there. Oh, I think I might have found something that I can grab easily. It's the door to that grill. There's thorns everywhere over here. All right. Whoo. I think we hit the jackpot. I don't know if it's going to be sturdy enough. It's got freaking stuck. All right, guys. This is what we're going to try to use. If it doesn't work, then obviously we can go to a plan B. If it does work, we won't have to go to a plan B, and plan A worked. Or is this plan B because I already tried plan A? Anyway, we're going to get this working. I don't know what that is. So let's go right back up where we started. Guys, it is so incredibly cold out. Oh my gosh, I'm not ready for this kind of weather. But let's shut this garage door and let's get back to work. Alright guys, I got it all mounted up. It's a little sketchy right now, but the only sheet of metal that I could find, it's pretty flimsy. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a temporary setup. If I can get it to work, I'm just going to go buy a thicker piece of metal, and then that should solve all the issues. All I got to do is run the throttle cable. Basically what I'm going to do is, I'm going to see if I can use the normal throttle cable. I'm not really sure, but mount it, brake lever on the other side so it's close. I don't know. have to go back to the drawing board. I might be too big for this, actually. That kid was like 125 pounds. I'm nowhere near 125 pounds. This one might just be a little bit out of my reach, because I don't think that little motor is going to be able to like push the front tire enough to move me. Now, another thing is, it is on the rocks, so maybe it's just a little too bumpy, and I need to go somewhere where it's really flat and there's a road. That plate, that metal, it's not on the tire enough. It kind of, it doesn't have enough contact where it really like wants to turn it. Another thing that I saw is he like welded just a bunch of random beads, and it looked like it gave him more traction because it kind of like dug into the tire. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna be able to finish this project up tonight, because I need some supplies. So if you guys have any comments or anything that you might think would help with this build, obviously drop it in the comments below. I'm open to any suggestions. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up tonight's video. I'm sorry I didn't get it running. I kind of had a feeling that that was going to be the case. But again, it's always something to look forward to in the next video, because I know now what I need to get to make this thing work. So one being a thicker piece of metal. That thing's just too wobbly. The thicker piece of metal, I'll be able to put that socket right up against the tire. It'll give it a little bit more surface area, and the contact point will be kind of on it way better, and it might be able to push me. Now, if that doesn't work, I'm almost certain I'm just too big, and it is what it is. If I lose a couple pounds, I might be able to ride it. Probably not, but who knows. And again, the gravel could be the issue. As far as throttle cable, honestly, how I had it set up was actually working pretty well. And then as far as everything else goes, it's actually pretty much already dialed in. All I need to do is get that thicker piece of metal, and that should honestly fix the issue. If it doesn't, then we might have to go back to the drawing board or just chalk this up as an L. But I really want this to work, because it's going to be hilarious in the winter when we can put it on the pond and do some drifting and just do a bunch of stupid stuff with it. So if we can get it to work, stay tuned for those videos, because those are going to be great. But unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work right now, but it's not the end of it, and we're going to have another video of trying to get it to work. If it doesn't work, then we'll, again, chalk it up as an L. But that's all I have for you guys tonight. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and honestly, we're close to 300, so let's get to 300 subs. That'd make me happy, and I might do a giveaway, 300 sub giveaway. That sounds fun. Let's do it. All right, so share it all, share everything. That way I can get to 300 and I can do a little giveaway. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.
I'm putting on my team. Money come flowing, no sink.